Hey guys, so today I'm going to do a more intense, more in-depth contouring and highlighting video. I didn't like my first one, so I'm probably going to delete it. And just because it wasn't really in-depth, it didn't go through the whole face. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use Accentuate and Sculpt. These are from m.a.c. and an angled shading brush. Now you don't have to use an angled shading brush, this is just what I prefer. So in my first video, I went through the whole, actually I'm not going to delete my first video because it went through the whole finding your contouring spot. I'm going to go through sort of highlighting and doing the rest of the face. So in the first video, I really talked about shading the cheeks. I'm going to do it pretty dramatic, again, on both sides, just because I really want to make sure that you guys know what I'm talking about. I just have to put my mirror up. Otherwise, I don't even know what I'm talking about. Tilt this a little bit. There we go. So doing my cheeks, when you're doing your contour, depending on your face shape and all that fun stuff, you really want to bring it up and across the forehead, and this is just going to kind of give the forehead a little bit more shadow and shape if you have a larger forehead. And I'll show you something really cool with shading afterwards. On a black and white picture, I'll put it in a picture in the video. So I kind of went through the forehead and the cheek shading in my other contouring video. So if you're watching this one for the first time and you're like, thanks for telling us, girl, you just did it and didn't really tell us what you were doing, just go watch that other video. Just make sure that it's really, well blended. Take some off the brush and just kind of keep blending her out. Again, I'm doing this ridiculously dark, but you can even see on my face how much of a difference that made in this area. It just really changed my face quite a bit. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take, what brush am I going to take? A 217. So what I'm going to use, 217, which is a stiff dome brush, and I'm going to do down the front of my nose. Same shading. Now when you're doing it, you want to make sure that you're coming in here and going straight down the nose. You don't want to go out. You don't want to come in because you're going to bring your nose to a point, or you're going to bring your nose out. So the whole idea behind contouring and shading is that you are highlighting the higher points of your face and you're trying to sink the lower points of your face. And it's the same when you do eyeshadow. That's essentially what eyeshadow is doing. You're putting usually a darker color in the crease for traditional eyeshadow, darker color in the crease, brighter color here to pop out the high and sink in the low. So if you just think of your face as a landscape, you want to highlight the high points and low light the low points, basically. So again, you start kind of at the brow and really go straight down and off the tip of the nose. You can do underneath the nose if you find that your nose is kind of pointy. The main thing with contouring, highlighting, any of this is to be light-handed. As I say, I'm going a little bit dark because I had, because I want you to be able to see it in the video. Okay? So this is nose contouring, and you don't want it to go too far down your nose. So if you do get it too far down your nose, like down here, just kind of wipe it off and make sure that you have a really, normal looking nose and that it's not all wonky. Kind of step back from the mirror and be like, am I doing this right, or something like that. Okay, so some other areas that you can contour are right in here in this little divot here, just to kind of deepen it up a little bit. Now this would be more for television and film. You probably wouldn't do this on an everyday basis. You can do underneath your lip to make it look like your lip is overhanging a little bit more, and it just gives you a fuller bottom lip. And then your jawline. And it just kind of cuts off this flabby piece here. And again, just being really light-handed with it and blending it down so that it doesn't look like you have a brown streak underneath your chin. Always a good idea. Okay, so now that I have that contouring done, I'm going to go in and do my highlighting. I'm going to use the same brush, just clean, and I'm going to take my Accentuate powder. Now you can use anything you want for a highlighter. I know some people use regular loose powder, some people will use a m.a.c cream color base in Pearl or Hush or something like that. I like this. This is my new favorite, is the Smashbox Photo Op, but I'm going to use this for today. So you're going to do the high points of your face, so the tops of the cheekbones. Okay. Again, I'm really packing it on there for example purposes. Across the forehead, kind of right in here, and then you want to go down the front of the nose to really accentuate what you've already done, but make sure that you're blending these in together. Again, treat it like, you know, your face is a big eye and you want to blend the colors and make them look realistic. If, you know, you've done here, you can kind of blend that accentuate into it. Of course, you can do your eyes in the same way and just do the highlight up here and do your contour in here. That's no problem. Same sort of idea. And then for your lips, you can put your accentuate on the tops of the little divots and in here. Just makes them a little bit more present. And on the chin, unless you have a larger chin that you want to hide a little bit. And you can put some underneath the eye. It's never too bad to have that hanging out. And then of course you would kind of blend your cheeks together with a little bit of blush to make it look a little bit more natural. I kind of look ridiculous because I have so much on, but it gives you a good idea about sculpting and kind of bringing forward what you want to bring forward and sinking in what you want to sink in. This little thing here I wouldn't recommend doing on a daily basis because it looks like, you know, I have the most intense little thing going on. Anyway, I hope that was a little more expanded version of contouring for those of you who really want to get into it, who are more doing like photo shoots and stuff like that. Yeah, have a fantastic day and talk to you guys soon. So I also included at the end of the video 2 pictures, one of which is really extreme contouring and what it looks like in person, which is absolutely terrifying and scary, and then what it looks like in black and white, and it actually looks really cool in black and white. And that's what they actually used to do in black and white films, but they used gray makeup, which is kind of cool, a little factoid for you. But yeah, just something I thought I would incorporate in there. It's like extreme, and so you can see on my face in the color picture what it actually looks like, and it's like crazy. I look retarded. That's a horrible thing to say. I look not that nice. So take a peek at that. They're really cool pictures, and they kind of maybe demonstrate it a little bit more. Anyways, yeah, bye.